God bless everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. I got a video that I'm going to be doing today where I'm going to be playing with some of my tools. And like I said before, it's very important to try to get to know your tools and how they function and this and that. So I have my truck, my 2015 Dodge Journey outside, and I got a couple of things that are connected. And I'm just going to go through it and try to hook up to maybe some sensors, try to get some signals, test some voltages. I got the snap-on power probe or multi probe. I want to be playing with that one for a little bit too, to see how it functions and try to get to learn them a little bit more. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I don't know how I want to be recording it. I'm probably gonna do a couple of tests, and then once I figure a couple of things out, maybe I guess put it together into this video rather than just one complete straight long video. I hope you guys enjoy this content though. Stick around. I think you'll enjoy it. Thank you. Alright everybody, so check this out. So I'm currently right now working on the amp part of the Multi Probe, and I got a light bulb hooked up right there. Got my ground and my power. Now I wanted to check this out. This is pretty cool, and this is one of the things that I wanted to test out on this tool. I'm just gonna kind of read this through right. And this is the amp mode. It says DC current measurements can be obtained in the amp mode of the EECT900. When amp mode is selected, the tool will display the active amperage of any component or circuit that the tip is supplying power and ground to. Right? So in other words, whenever you connect to it, it's gonna start telling you like what the actual amperage is right here, or the current right there. It'll display it. And I've been playing with this. That's why I already have my min max right there. I'm actually gonna clear that out. So whenever you supply it, it'll read out right here, just like it shows down here at the tip, and it shows how much it's actually supplying at the tip. Right? It'll display it right there. So that's pretty cool. It's gonna measure how many the amp that is taken to, I guess, to light it up, if I'm reading it correctly. And then right here, it actually, which I think was actually pretty cool, is that it actually tells you the resistance, and then your min and your max. And this is also pretty cool over here, that you can actually select how many amps you want for it to trigger your circuit breaker. You know, so if you have something that's maybe like a 5 amp as an example, or you know, and so you put it like at 7.5 or 10, kind of like the way I have it right now, just in case it does go over a little bit, it'll kick it out. And you know, if you have an issue like at the component, if it's drawing too much amperage. So that's the way I'm kind of understanding this. Let me see. The bottom of the amp will display will show min max. Okay, that's what we already read. The electronic circuit breaker settings are located at the column. Okay, yeah. So it's kind of pretty much like what we read now. Circuit breaker in the tool can be set to the preferred value of 2 to 30 amps. Use the down arrow to scroll through the circuit breaker values. The active circuit breaker value is displayed in the highlighted area. So I just pretty much telling you that your desired value that you have, or preferred desired value, is going to be set right there. So like right now I have it at 10. So let's go ahead and check this out. So this is pretty much just like a little simple circuit, so we can kind of get the understanding of how this tool is going to work, right, as far as the amp setting. So right here I have it connected. Let me look. All right, so I'm going to supply amperage or supply voltage or current, however you want to state it, and then we're going to see what happens. So I got it set at 10. See, lights up right there, and that's exactly what we're reading. We're reading 2.9 resistance, 4 amps at the tip, min max. The min was 0 because we reset it at 0, and then the max that is pulling is 4.2. So just a little bit of spike, and you can see we got it lit up right there. We release it, it goes back down. So that's pretty cool. As far as for like the circuit breaker, let's do this real quick so you can check this out. And this is pretty cool. In case you have something, you can know more or less what's going to trigger. We'll leave it at 3. I wanted to put that. Actually, we could put it at 2. No, 3 is fine. This is going overboard. So what happens whenever you have a circuit that's supposed to be like maybe, or a component that's supposed to pull like about, let's call it 7 amps. Actually, let's call it like about 2 amps, and then we set it at 3, right? So it's, in other words, it's pulling more amperage than what it's supposed to. What happens then? Like whenever we supply it to this, All right, let's apply it. You hear it? I don't know if you can barely hear it or not. It has like a little click. Nothing happens. Nothing lights up. So it's protecting everything because it's pulling more than what it's supposed to. And it's not going to allow it, so that way you won't burn up components, ECMs, or so forth, right? Hopefully this is mostly to test components and not the actual ECM, and don't let the smoke out of the ECM. See? Keep pushing it, you can hear it click. You hear it. So we're gonna set this right back up to 10 and then retry it again. Make sure, yeah, power. Bam, there we go. And again, 2.9 ohms of resistance, 4 amps, and then the min 0 max is 4.2. So that's pretty cool. I hope you guys like that, man. I'm gonna keep playing with this tool and see what else we can do with it. All right, welcome back again. I'm not too sure if there's something wrong with my snap-on probe or not. I got it connected right now, still to the bulb. Actually, you know what? Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna put you on pause and switch out the direct ground to the power probe ground. Okay, so I got my power probe ground connected, and then I got my my test lead right here to the probe connected directly there, and that. So what's happening? I wanted to try out this switch mode. Excuse me, the switch mode from the snap-on probe. And we're gonna skip through this right here. Just focus on the latch, because the latch is the one I'm trying to try out, because it's something more simple rather than send pulses or a momentary send of current, for the lack of a better way to put it. And I'm just gonna kind of read through this and then show you guys what's happening, what it's doing, or actually what it's not doing. So for latch, right? So here it just basically says real quick, settings for switch. Power and ground switch mode allows you to select from the different power switch modes for the plus and minus, power and ground. Momentary latch or pulse. Going back to the latch mode. Selecting latch mode will allow for continuous power or ground application. Push either button once and the tool will continue to apply power or ground until the button is pressed again. Caution, the tip is live. So here we go. We got it connected. We got the ground, we got the power, we got the light bulb. Now I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or not, but I really doubt it. And I have it on latch mode right there, and I'm supplying power, and I don't hear anything, and the light bulb's not doing anything either. You know, and I'll even back out and go back again so we could. Let's go here, switch. All right. So there's latch, right? Nothing happening. Go ahead and push it once. Pushed. Nothing's happening. It's not doing anything. Push it again and leave it pressed in. Still not doing anything. So I don't know. I'm assuming there's probably something, either one or two things, and I'd rather it be me rather than the actual tool. I hope I'm not using it correctly, but I honestly think that there's going to be maybe something wrong as far as the switch mode goes in here. But I will let you guys know. I'm going to talk to my Snap-on leader, see if I get maybe some more information, if you could call Snap-on directly and see what's happening. And then me as well, I'll probably do some research and see if somebody else has worked with this tool and see if they're having an issue with this as well. So alright, welcome back. That was very quick, and I actually found out what happened, and it was user error. So it is my error. So what's happening, and this is actually pretty cool now that I understand this, and I hope you guys are still with me with this, man, because this is making this tool just a little bit better each time I play with it and mess with it. So we're here in the switch mode. We're gonna go into switch mode. Alright, I'm gonna leave it on pulse. Okay, I'm gonna leave it on pulse, and then we gotta go back. So this is a setting. What it is that this is a setting, and then you gotta go back into your direct voltage, and then use it there. I thought that was pretty cool. It's a little confusing, I know, and I wish it just would have been set right here, and just mess with it directly right here, and give you your readings and so forth. But I understand what they're trying to do. They want you to go back to the voltage. So actually, let's do this together. I think it was this one. It takes you to voltage. Yeah, direct voltage. Okay, we're gonna click on mode. We're there. Remember, we put it on pulse, right? And I think the reason why they want to do that is because here is where you're gonna get your min, your max, and you get to move your circuit breaker and then your voltage right here. So remember, we have it on pulse. Hopefully this works, right? You're gonna push it once. Look at that, and it's sending a pulse. And then you have your min, your max, what's at the tip, and then your battery voltage. So the other one is just like you set your settings and then you come back to your direct voltage to be able to mess with this. I think that was pretty cool. So we're gonna turn that off, go back to mode, go back to your switch. Now we're gonna go down to actually just most momentary latch. Let's go to latch. All right, go back to mode, to the voltage direct, click it. Now is this, you push it one time and it's gonna continuously latch on, so you're gonna have power until you actually push the button again. Not release it, but push the button again. So you're gonna push power. You got continuous power right there. You don't even gotta do nothing. You can just keep leave it there. Your min, your max, voltage tip, battery voltage, and then you press it one time. Actually, get it at an angle. Press it one time. Turns off. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know about you guys. I thought that was pretty cool, and I don't know. It's just I'm glad I was able to find out how to use it. I actually figured it out on my own, just messing with it. And again, I'm glad that it was user error and not tool error, because I would honestly would have been a little bit disappointed, right? I mean, I still have warranty on my tool, but I still would have been a little bit disappointed. So yeah, you know what? While we're here already, let's go back over here to the mode and actually go down to resistance, right? Since we're already here, we got the light bulb connected, and this is gonna be pretty straightforward. You just hook up to it and it's gonna tell you your min max. So it's like an ohm meter, right? Now remember, we spoke about having its limitations. I believe the snap-on probe and also the power probes, whenever they have an ohm meter to measure resistance, there is this limitation, which I think it's 10,000 ohms. You know what I mean? Which usually anything below that, you start seeing that it's out of ohms, but it's good to know that. You know what I'm saying? So you know its limitations. You know it's. So are you gonna trust it and completely trust this as an ohm meter? I probably wouldn't. You have digital multimeters for that and other things that you can actually use instead of that. But this is pretty cool, and I'm actually really enjoying this tool now that I'm looking at it. We have voltage, AC, alternating current, which I'm not really gonna mess with that right now, or not mess with it today. I was more interested in actually the switch settings, and actually that should have been a indicator for me, right? Because it says settings for switch, right? Like if you go to anything else, it just tells you like amperage, ohms, you know, voltage, alternating current, voltage, direct current. But for switch is the only one that says settings for switch. That would have been a huge red flag, or not a red flag, but you know, an indication that it's just a setting, and then you got to do something else to be able to use it. So I'm glad I was able to figure it out. Now that I figured it out, I'm really liking this tool, man. I'm really liking this tool because I know that the latch is going to be something that you can just connect to it, send power, and just kind of start troubleshooting. I can see a lot of uses for that. The momentary, I think that one could be used. Not the momentary, I'm sorry, the pulse. That could be also useful down the line. Can't really think of nothing off the top of my head, but I know it could be useful. Just some useful tests, right? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, man. I'm really starting to like this tool now that I've been playing with it. It's actually pretty cool. So on to the next tool, I guess. God bless you guys, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I know I had stated that I was going to be testing several tools, and that was the plan, but since I was using the snap-on probe, and I was having like that little issue and just the different settings and stuff like that, I honestly just decided just to leave as one single tool, or the video for only one tool, and then I'll probably just end up making a series as I use the other individual tools, and just leave dedicated videos per tool. I think it's probably gonna be the best way to go. Reason being was because you saw how I kind of I really don't edit my videos, right? And it's not an editing thing, or I don't want to edit or anything like that. But since I was turning off the camera, turning it on, it made me realize how I don't want to say how important, but that it was gonna be better off just leaving it as a single video for that single tool. You know what I'm saying? Because if somebody ends up buying it, or or decides to buy it, or take a quick look at it, rather than seeing different tools accumulated in one video, they could just go straight directly to one video that could tell me, I just need to know the information for this particular video, and that's it. That's all I want to know, because I'm interested in this tool, you know. And so I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I know in the beginning of the intro I did say, you know, it's gonna be one video using my different tools, and even the thumbnail that I chose for it, I took a picture of, you know, several tools, and I'll probably end up using that same thumbnail on these other videos. But I am gonna make individual videos per tool, so that way you guys could always come back and look at those videos. And you know, and it's not gonna, you know, these things are not in depth. I'm barely learning how to use some of these tools. I'm playing with them and learning them, you know. And like right now with the snap-on tool, you know, as I was playing with it, my mind was just, you know, like, man, I could use it to try this, I could try this at work, you know what I'm saying, I could do this and I could do that, you know. And so, and I think that's what it's about, man, you know, not just learning, but getting excited to use your tools, and learning more about it, you know what I'm saying. So again, it's not a super in-depth video, you know. I didn't do no actual troubleshooting, you know, or anything like that. I just used a light bulb only just to make a simple, complete circuit, and then from there, your mind could just take you places. I mean, think about using it with the AC compressors, possible blower motors too. You know what I'm saying? And be careful with the ECMs, man. Don't let the smoke out. You know, that's a huge warning right there. Be very cautious. You know, that's why I'm always stressing, learn to use your tool, learn the limitations, learn its capabilities, you know what I'm saying, and just be very careful. The last thing you want to do is to let the smoke out, to burn an ECM, and then man, I don't even want to go down that route, man. And you know, thank God, man, thank God I have never burned an ECM. You know, I've always been very cautious of using it, and that's what it's about right now, you know, learning the tools and learning how to use them, you know what I'm saying, how to apply it, you know. And yeah, so I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm probably gonna make it a series, because like even right now that I'm speaking about it, my mind's already telling me, you know, I could do, you know, the ones on the U-scope. As I'm learning it, I'm gonna learn together with you guys, and you know what I'm saying, just learn how to use it together, right? The same thing with the Curian, different tools, the different tools, not just those. I got a relay tester that I brought. I didn't take a picture of it, it's not in the picture, but the relay tester, you know, learn how to use it, you know what I'm saying, and use these tools to help you diagnose things, man. And don't be scared to go out and try different things, you know. Also, don't be scared to ask, you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of good people out there who are willing to teach you, maybe not give you all the answers full on like that, you know what I'm saying, but they will start pointing you down the right direction. You know, I have a friend of mine at work who's a lead tech, and got a lot of respect for him, man. Actually, both lead techs that I started to work with at work, you know what I'm saying, I won't mention them by name, but they know who they are, you know. And I got a lot of respect for both of them. But the one who's currently as a lead tech at our facility, that man, I got a lot of love and respect for him, man. I mean, I could go to him, you know what I'm saying, he's very patient, and I ask him, sometimes I feel like I'm asking just stupid questions, but you know, who better to ask a question, whether it's stupid or not, than the lead tech, you know. My mentor, he's a mentor of mine in many ways, man, teaching me a lot of the stuff about electronics, diagnostics, and stuff like that, you know. And from there, you know what I'm saying, I accumulate my own knowledge, trying to accumulate my own knowledge on my own way. So don't be afraid to do none of that, you know what I'm saying. I know a lot of people are very scared of diagnostics. Don't be. Is it complicated? Yes. It's not as simple as it seems. It's not just, you know, putting two wires together, checking it, and boom, okay, this is what's bad. Now, you know, you have to go through a whole process. And I think I'm gonna stop rambling, because again, my mind just is telling me right now that I could also try to make another video as far as diagnostic mindset. So I'll probably be doing a video about that as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. It was on the Snap-on Pro. Singling out this tool right now. It's so far from what I've used it, it's a great tool, you know what I'm saying. The test that I've been learning how to use on it. There's also another test that I just kind of touched a little bit, and I didn't really, not that I didn't like it, I didn't understand it. I want to go do a little bit more research, but it was called a hot shot. which is supposed to test like the integrity of a circuit. And I did try it on the light bulb, and it just kept telling me check connection, check connection. So I know I didn't put that on there, and I should have included it, but I didn't put it on there just simply because I didn't understand it, and I kind of tried to read it, and I didn't really understand exactly like what I was reading. So again, there's probably going to be user error again, just like you guys saw. But I have to learn more about it, and make another video later on down the road. You know what I'm saying? And again, or not again, but just so you guys know, like this most likely is not going to be the only video on the Snap-on probe or the Power Probe Maestro or anything. As I learn more, as I do test, if I have to diagnose things here at the house, what I'm saying, like my truck, or somebody brings me their car or something like that, what I'm saying, I'm going to try to be posting those videos so that you guys can learn to use these tools along with me. You know what I'm saying? We can learn together, and get that knowledge. So God bless each and every single one of you guys, man. I'm so grateful for you guys, and I really do, I really do hope that you guys continue to stick with me, and most importantly, man, stick with Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Seek Him. Seek Him, because I've said this plenty of times, and I will never be ashamed to say it, man. I am not ashamed of the gospel, because it is a power of salvation for anyone who believes. And Jesus is the only way into heaven, man. God bless each and every single one of you guys, man. And I pray that you guys have salvation in Jesus' mighty name.